When you picture a concert or another similar event, you probably think of the talent that's on stage. You don't often think about the production team that prepares and runs the show. This is the team that puts in most of the work to make a show happen. They often perform the most vital tasks that need to be done in order for the show to operate smoothly. At the First Presbyterian Church of Bethlehem, there is a team of 15 people that do everything from designing the graphics to switching the camera feed on their live stream. There are 32 people total that help on this team, and the people on the team change every week. There is a lot of work that goes into preparing for a worship service. The process starts in the Creative Arts Department, where the graphics are designed. Adobe Photoshop is used to make the pictures that will be displayed during the service. Programs like Adobe Premiere, After Effects, and Isotope RX6 are used to create any videos that may be shown during the service. These are planned and sometimes created a month in advance. The filming and editing for these videos can take days or even weeks depending on how much footage is needed and what is being filmed. Reverend Dr. Marnie Crumpler is the senior pastor at FBC Bethlehem and is in charge of making the sermons for the services each week.
Well, it takes a very large team. I don't think people understand how many people it takes to pull off what our production team does every week. There's the pre-work to get everything ready in advance, but then there are multiple people that have to do sound and cameras and house sound and TV sound. So we need a large group of people just to pull it off. So if we didn't have a large group of people, honestly, we couldn't do it. So it takes a dedicated group of people who want to do that, and the setup is serious. The experience itself takes skill and time, but then afterwards everything has to be cleaned up, everything has to be transferred from inside the cameras to YouTube. So without a dedicated team, we couldn't accomplish anything with the production that we're capturing.
The last step of preparation that happens before the service is creating all of the light scenes. A program called Light Key is used to visualize all of the lights in the room and program the scenes. This process typically doesn't take very long, but can take up to an hour depending on how many different scenes there are. On the day of the first service, the volunteers will typically start arriving a few hours before the band to set up their equipment and get things ready for the band. The first people to arrive will be some of the production leaders, like the technical producer, live stream producer, and director of music. Paul Nye is the technical producer at FPC Bethlehem and oversees all parts of worship production.
It gives the students a way to serve the church in a way that they might feel more comfortable. I guess when you think of serving, you think of going out and feeding food to the homeless. And for some people that might be a little uncomfortable, but there's so many ways we can give our time and talents to God. And I think it's awesome that our church provides the opportunity for kids to grow in talents and video production and stuff like that while serving it with giving their time to the worship services.
While the band rehearses, the live stream producer will set up his cameras and start to figure out what shots he will want people to get during the live stream. He works with the rest of the production team to make sure that the live stream is as good as it can be for the people watching. Once the service starts, there are a number of things that are happening at any given time. There are 2 people who operate audio mixers each week. One person mixes the audio in the room where the service is happening, and the other person mixes the audio for the live stream. There is always one person changing the slides that are projected during the services using a program called ProPresenter. The remaining people on the production team are running video for the live stream. One person switches which video feed is being shown at any given time, and 3 more people operate cameras that are positioned around the room. The services typically last about an hour, and the entire production team always has something to do during that time. Once the service is over, there is a lot of post-production work that has to start. The first thing that happens is the live streaming team tears down all of their cameras and cables so that the chairs can all be put away. Once the equipment is all put away, the live stream producer begins editing the recording of the service so that it can be posted online. This is done using Adobe Premiere. The hour-long service is cut down to about 25 minutes, and everything but the sermon is removed. They post the recording of the service online both for archival and so that people can watch or listen to them later. Putting on even a single worship service requires months of preparation and planning, along with over a dozen staff and volunteers to make it happen.